Sorry, I have one last video to talk about. So, you know what? This is a bit of an unlawful thing. You know, written or non-written. This is not legally a law, but this is one of the most unlawful things to happen, and this is an issue that I've been facing for quite a while. And I thought that it was my fault, and when I fixed everything that I thought was my fault on my end, they still continue to do it. I have an issue. A lot of times it's like I'm being held back from entering into anything. You know what I mean? They literally try to hold me back, afraid that I'm gonna cause fear. I'm not even joking about that. You know what? I kind of one day I went to the mall. You know, not too long after robbing that bank. I go to the mall and then there's this lady with her kids walking by and she goes. And I remember before coming in, I was talking about how some people are like that. Like it's like they're scared or something. I'm like, dude, what the hell's going on? I walk by and she goes, their kid, she goes, if anything happens, we're gonna call the security. You know what I mean? I had the security guard call me and he's and I don't know what he was going on about. What the hell he was talking about. The security guy, he was telling me get off the property. He was talking about the Square One Mall in Mississauga. He said he was like, get the fuck off the property. That's what he told me. You know what I mean? And I mean, I left. You know, granted, I wasn't the nicest, but I wasn't like threatening anybody. I was just kind of joking. And I said some things as a joke. Anyways, I was more in that time. So I left. But but that was the same mall where the ladies walking. Oh, call security if anything happens. I mean, it's crazy. You know what I mean? And that wasn't the only time that happened. And then there was another mall I went to, which is supposed to be all upscale and stuff, and the same thing happened. The security, hey, come with us, whatever. I didn't go with them. I just went out and I left. Went out the exit and I left. But that's happened to me a couple of times. You know what I mean? Now, granted, this was about maybe 6 years ago. This was a long time ago. It's about 6 years ago. But the point, and I've seen this happen, by the way. You know what I mean? If, you know, like there was that Hells Angels full patch member that got shot and killed in the parking lot and not literally 2 blocks from where I live. Now, I suspect, not suspect, but I would guess that that guy had some kind of family in the area, or that he grew up in the area, or he knew somebody that grew up, because they do not let Hells Angels members who have the actual jackets on and the patches, they don't even like to let them in to that city of they call it Mississauga, the city. They don't even like letting them in. If those guys ride their motorbikes into Mississauga, the cops will pull them over. The cops will actually pull them over. The way Mississauga is, if you are considered dangerous, or if you are considered serious, like a serious threat, or meaning, if you're a Hells Angels gang member, you are automatically not allowed in Mississauga. If the police, if people start noticing you, they will call the police and they will tell the police. Police will find out and the police will come, and either they'll book you or they will tell you and they'll just warn you, and they'll say, usually they'll warn you, they won't book you, but they'll warn you and they'll say, don't come into Peel. Okay, Peel is Mississauga and Brampton. Peel is Mississauga and Brampton. So they will tell you, don't come into Peel. Like Peel, 2 cities, Mississauga and Brampton, they're part of Peel region. Peel region is the 2 cities. So, and Mississauga is bordering Toronto. It's on it shares a border on the west side of Toronto. So if you're considered anything heavy, they will not let you into Mississauga. Okay? For me, I had a different situation. I was in the shadow world, man. Which meant that I kept my regular life intact. So when they looked at my regular life, they knew I was intact. So I at that time, it's like I didn't exist. So it didn't matter whether I was there or not there. Okay, I got away with that. You know what I mean? I got away with being there because it didn't matter whether I was there or not there. Now at this point, it's a bit of a different situation, but I get that shit a lot. I get that shit. It's like I'll be going a certain way, and there's something up at that time, and I won't see any of the particular people that are involved in that. Like they will make an effort to not go over there. And I'll tell you, women hate it. Women hate it. Women hate it, and I think that's why women at the same time desire guys that they hate. You know, they're more sexually attracted to men that they hate, or men that are too heavy or too strong or have too much bravado. It's like those are the men that they want to sleep with, and then they just want to date these cutesy guys on the side, and it's the truth. Now, going on, so. And this has happened a lot. You know, you could have a guy who just affiliated or he's in. Now, if they see you in Toronto, they'll let it go. If they see you in Toronto, they will let it go. And the reason is that Toronto is like the provincial capital, which is like state capital, which would be like Los Angeles. I don't know. It would be like it doesn't matter whether it's like Los Angeles in California or New York City in New York State. Okay, that's Toronto and Ontario. So the Toronto city has a lot of business going on. There's a lot of things going on. The police do make an exception, and they know that there's a lot of Americans coming across the border. Peel is a different kind of place. They don't like letting anyone in from the outside. They don't like letting, especially if someone's considered heavy, they don't want them coming in there. I'll tell you, my biggest problem was not with guys who were considered heavy or dangerous. My biggest problem was with guys who were considered too pussy. The pussy guys are the worst. And I addressed it. And I called one pussy guy out, and I called him out, and I said, I was trying to engage with him, but he was avoiding, and he was trying to fuck me over from the side, side fuck me over. And it wasn't even about. It was about somebody else that they were trying to fuck over. Who was way more high profile, and they were just trying to use me to fuck that person over, and that's how this started. And the guy keeps avoiding me. I'm trying to fuck with him. I'm trying to like the Italians call bust his balls. I'm trying to bust his balls. I'm trying to, you know what I mean? I'm trying to interact with him so I can get to fuck, and he keeps avoiding me. So at some point, I just tell him, don't fucking come around here. I just told him, don't fucking come around here. And what did he do? Avoided it again, just ran away. Just fucking walked away like a bitch. And you know what? Pakistanis are famous for this. I'm sorry to call Pakistani community out there so famous for this. Pakistanis are the biggest pussies, but they act hard. When they're in their own groups, they act super hard. I mean, I had a Pakistani man not too long ago just flip out on me because I called them out. I'm like, dude, why are you acting like Pakistanis are the hardest people in the world? Dude, they're the biggest pussies in the world. You see the way Pakistani people talk in public? You see an Amir Khan, what do they call him? They call Amir Khan, like a con artist, or they call him glass jaw. They make fun of him. The guy's getting knocked out. His first knockout loss was to a Latino guy. It took 50 seconds for the guy to knock him out. Okay, the guy's always getting knocked out by a Latino guy. He's got like 8 knockout losses, and he's still supposed to be so popular because the Pakistani community is still supporting him. Even though he's a fucking loser, a bum who gets knocked out all the fucking time. I mean, it's ridiculous. You know what that idiot said publicly on his Twitter? His wife, he was suspecting his wife of cheating on him. You know what he said? He said he suspected that there was a guy that was cheating, that he knew the guy was cheating on, his wife was cheating with. You know what he said? He said to the guy on Twitter, he said, "You can have my leftovers." About his wife. He hadn't even divorced or anything. You know what he said? He said, "You can have my leftovers." Dude, this old motherfucking Pakistani guy flipped out on me. You know why? Because I'm like, what are you talking? He said, Pakistan is all this. I'm like, dude, when people, and I told him very nicely, I said, when Pakistanis are in a circle, they talk a lot of shit. But when they're out in the world, they don't say anything, man. I've never seen such pussy guys in my life, man. You know what I mean? I'm afraid to like intimidate the guy. You know, I feel like if I just walk by him, he's gonna twitch, like I'm gonna slap him across his face. They're the biggest pussies. And I finally find a big fucking Pakistani king snake and I punk his shit. And then I find a motherfucking pimp and I punk his shit in his way, in his world. And I fuck with the anaconda in one way, I fuck with the king snake in one way. Okay, in their own ways. And I did that. And the little pussies are running around, you know. I'm like, I've never seen somebody so pussy, such an avoiding personality. I mean, dude, these guys, dude, I went to Pakistan, they're like this, man. All the men are like this. They're like fucking weaklings, man. They all look like this, man. I went there once. All the guys are like weaklings. Like you could, like a guy of my size could fuck up like 3 or 4 of them together. Like they're pussies, man. And there's this pussy where acting like he's hard. I'm like, dude, like you're a pussy, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. I told the Pakistan, it wasn't too long ago, I told the he started flipping out on me for no reason. So I told him, you're a pussy. And fuck you and your fucking Islamic ISIS shit or whatever you follow, man. I told him that he was a pussy, man. And he just shut the fuck up like a pussy. And then he went and fucking started telling people, oh, this guy's calling me this. Ridiculous. It's crazy, man. They're going behind your back. Dude, you know what? Man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's like, dude, you got some fucking nerve, you know? And of course I'm gonna get agitated. If you're trying to do shit behind my back, if you're trying to talk to people behind my back, it's like trying to do shit behind my back, and you're avoiding me to my face, we have a serious issue, you know? I'm telling you, Pakistanis are pussies, man. Fucking pussies, man. Fucking pussies, man.